Hey everyone, welcome back to Sarah's Bites. Today we're going to be making this delicious cheesecake, and if you want to add the strawberry sauce on top of it like I did, I do have a separate video for that, and I'll link it in the comment cards above and also put it down in the description below. So let's get started with the crust. You'll need 2 cups of ground graham crackers with a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon in there, and then add in 1 stick of unsalted butter and make sure you do melt it. And you're just going to mix all of that together with a spoon or fork, whatever you prefer, until it sort of combines well together and starts to stick together as well. Now we'll pour this mixture into a cheesecake pan, and you can use parchment paper on the bottom of that pan as well if you want it to be easier just to slide that cheesecake out of the pan. But I personally don't need it. I think it slides out easily anyway if you want to serve it on like a cake stand or plate or whatever like that. You're going to use a measuring cup is what I use here, or like a glass with something with a flat bottom to just press up and around in a circle to get that cheesecake crust to go around. Just stick that crust in the fridge while we make the filling. You're going to need 2 blocks, so it'll be 16 ounces of room temperature cream cheese, and just be sure to use the full fat kind. And just give it a nice little mix for about 30 seconds or so it can just start to kind of blend well before we add everything else. Next up, add in 1 cup of granulated sugar and mix that for 30 seconds as well. I'll have the full ingredient list on my website at sarahsbites.com, which I will link below in the description. And please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and give me a big thumbs up for this video if you are enjoying it. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and add in 1.5 cups of sour cream, and it does not need to be at room temperature, neither do the eggs that we will put in just a little bit. And while you add the sour cream, go ahead and give it another mix for about 30 seconds again. You do want the batter to get pretty smooth and silky before we add these 3 eggs now. Then go ahead and mix for only 20 seconds or so, no more than that. As we add in eggs, we don't want to keep mixing too much. Scrape the sides of that bowl down with a spatula, and then you're going to grab 1 whole washed lemon, and you're going to zest the entire lemon into the batter, and you're going to cut 1/4 of that lemon and squeeze 1/4 of the lemon's juice inside to the batter. So it's going to be about a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now we'll add in 1/2 teaspoon of real vanilla and just give everything a mix, no more than 10 seconds. Just make sure you scrape those sides down one more time, and then we're going to pour that batter into your chilled crust. Now right before we put the batter into the crust, we're going to go ahead and grab some foil, and I just used a couple of big pieces, and you're going to set that cheesecake pan on top, and just be sure to cover the sides of the cheesecake pan with the foil. Since we will be baking this in a water bath, you don't want any water to leak through. And of course, if you don't want to use a cheesecake bath, just skip this step entirely. Pour your batter in, and you can give your cheesecake pan a couple of taps and shakes onto your countertop just to get any air bubbles out, so you really shouldn't have to smooth out the top or anything like that. You're going to want to use a oven-proof pan that is deep enough for your water bath, but also wide enough to fit your cheesecake pan. So what I ended up using is what we call a tepsia in Bosnian. We use this in my culture quite often to make all sorts of goodies. And this one is actually shipped from Bosnia to my mom, so I absolutely love using this. And then you're going to want to put water to reach the half part of that cheesecake, so only halfway up. Bake your cheesecake at 325 for 55 to 60 minutes, no longer than that, because it should jiggle like this in the middle, and you will set it in the fridge for at least 4 hours to chill before it's ready to be enjoyed. And if you want to add some strawberry sauce on top like I did, check out this next recipe I have for this delicious, homemade, super quick to make strawberry sauce. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!